10piece. The Nephilim, a 10-point explanation of the fallen ones. Number 1. The Nephilim's origins. The story of a Nephilim starts off not long after man was created. God had assigned some of the heavenly hosts to be watchers of mankind. 200 of these watchers all descended to the earth and met up on top of Mount Hermon. They began to lust after human women and desire the human ability to have children. The fallen angels made a covenant to each other to desert their duties and to take human women as wives. The offspring from this unholy union were the Nephilim, a race of half angel and half man, a race that should have never existed in the Most High's creation. Number 2. The Nephilim's height. The Nephilim were giants, but there are different interpretations on how big they actually were. The Book of Enoch records that the giants were hundreds of cubits tall. The highest estimate is somewhere around 450 feet tall, but some scholars think they were more like 10 to 30 foot tall. Most likely the taller ones were the first generation of Nephilim, and with every generation after that they probably got smaller. Number 3. The Nephilim's appearance. The Bible tells us that the Nephilim were very strong, giant men. It does not say much more about their appearance, but there seems to be an idea out there that some of them had deformities. There are stories throughout different cultures describing giant beings with 6 fingers on each hand and 6 toes on each foot. Also some depictions portray Nephilim with horns. Number 4. The Nephilim's psychological characteristics. The Nephilim's behavior is always depicted as bloodthirsty, destructive beings. The Book of Enoch and other apocryphal texts describe them as giants who consumed all the acquisitions of men and devoured mankind. Other stories describe them as proud, belligerent, and sexually deviant. Number 5. The Nephilim's different names. The name Nephilim can be translated as giants or fallen ones. Nephilim is the most used name, but the Bible references them as the sons of Anak, the Anakites, and the Rephaites. In Greek mythology, they are referred to as the Titans. In some Native American tribes, they called them the Sataka. Number 6. The famous Nephilim. There are many different famous giants throughout the world's various cultures. Perhaps the 2 most famous Nephilim from the Bible are King Og and Goliath. There is also a connection with Nimrod because some interpretations suggest he was a mighty man, which is also a term used to describe the Nephilim. In Greek mythology, you have the Titans, Hercules, and other demigods. Number 7. Their impact on creation. The Nephilim's impact upon the earth and God's creation is always depicted as very negative. They devoured everything in their path, and then they started to devour mankind. The Nephilim brought a lot of wickedness and bloodshed upon the earth. Number 8. The Nephilim's era. According to the Bible and the Book of Enoch, the Nephilim were on the earth before and after the flood. They ruled the earth ruthlessly before the flood, and there were still remnants of them in the time of David. Number 9. God's judgment upon the Nephilim. The Nephilim were corruption of humanity. The fallen angels had sinned, and God judged them for it. The Book of Enoch tells us that God gives out a punishment to the fallen angels that they must watch their children, the Nephilim, fight and destroy each other. God also judges the world and destroys the Nephilim with a flood. He washed the growing corruption off of the planet to give humanity a fresh start. Number 10. The Nephilim present day. The Nephilim were not an intended creation of God. They were created by an act of rebellion, so their spirits are condemned to wander the earth until the final judgment. The Nephilim spirits are wandering earth in a dry dimension, looking for people to possess. They are part of the demonic world. They are also referred to as disembodied spirits. Ever since the Watchers sinned against God and took daughters of men as wives, there has been a battle between the seed of Adam and the seed of the serpents. The Israelites fought against nations of giants. We fight against the spirits of those giants today. They work in the demonic realm, trying to possess and oppress us, but the battle is already won. They were the mighty ones, but one is mightier than them. Jesus Christ defeated the demonic realm over 2,000 years ago, and we are protected by his blood. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe for more content.